Welcome again, once again, guys. This is Crisis 169 coming to you live. I know it's a little dark out there, but it is first week of fall. First full week, first Monday of fall. Um, it's around 6:35 in the morning. It's been raining like cats and dogs for about an hour and a half. Um, but let's get into it. Shadow Tomb Raider. What do I think of it? A real good, solid game. Um, I bought it on Saturday, completed it Sunday night, early Monday morning. Um, you call it that or not, Monday morning. Um, and no spoilers, of course, in this game. I'm not gonna give out any spoilers at all. But I will give you is a sense of understanding about the game. Um, if you expect this game to be anything other than a standard Tomb Raider game, then you are pretty much wasting your time. You can move on from the video. And this game is set, in the modern era. See, it's so hard to pinpoint when the games were made because in Uncharted, you have, you know, it's the 30s, the 40s, it's whatever it is, the 80s, whatever it may be. In the game, for example, you have a set timeline. In this, you don't have a set timeline. Yes, you read stories from the 1500s, 1200s, 1600s, 1800s. You read, you find manuscripts or letters and help piece together what's going on in the game at that time. Um, but be forewarned, the game is not an open world like, say, Marvel Spider-Man. You don't compare Tomb Raider to Spider-Man. Impossible. Because Tomb Raider would lose every time. Um, Tomb Raider will lose every time to it. They'll lose every time to it, and it'll be difficult to really give it a fair justice of doing so. And that being said, though, what do I think of Tomb Raider, Child Tomb Raider? For overall replay value, probably a 5, really. Because, and after I beat a game, doesn't matter if it's normal, easy, or hard, and really playing it again is kind of just like, something I may or may not do right off the bat. Sorry, I'm trying to play the lighting because, like I said, it's first week of fall, so it's gonna get darker and darker morning time. So I'm after doing videos later on in the day after work, especially if I get off at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, instead of because I can't. Anyway, moving on. I'll be here all day talking about it. The point being is, though, you have to stop, of course. If you played Rise of the Tomb Raider, it's you're going against Trinity again, your old foes. Um, Trying to find some box or a key, or what you want to call it. You're running around. It's not as adventurous as the first one, the definitive edition, to me. But it does take a lot more liberties where you can jump and throw your hook and do things, hook on certain walls and climb on upside down a wall. It's a little more appealing to your adventure side than your cautious side. So your adventure side wants to go out and venture and run around and do all this stuff. Where your cautious side wants to say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something like this. Uh, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to go venture off into no man's land. That's where game kind of loses people. Also gets people too as well. Um, it's a good balance of adventure and storytelling, but some missions really hold you back. Like there's stealth missions where you can't use anything except arrows, and this game is very these enemy level can be very stingy when it comes to ammo. Very stingy. I mean, they don't give you a whole lot. I'm like, we one area and you're going through a bunch of areas, bad guys. And you have to walk around them. You have to assassinate some of them with a silent kill or stealth kill. They call it stealth kill. You have to do all that noise. In most cases, I found it easier just walking around by them. Most cases, sometimes because it's easier than bucking the system. It's easier doing that than rocking the boat and trying to overcome adversity by doing a lot of the cool stealth move stuff that you see in the most Uncharted and Tomb Raider games. You want to run through it fast as you can because it gets it can get repetitive sometimes, and especially in those, like I said, especially in those higher missions later on in the game, where it just feels like you're just grinding to this thing. I'm like, come on, let's go. I want to go shoot something. I want to go bang bang bang. I want to go run around, go bang bang bang. I'm tired of the slowness. No, we're not slow dancing here. Let's go. And that's what I think Crystal Dynamics and Eidos win and lose with me. With me personally, slow down is good, like Uncharted 4. It is done properly. But it can also be bad too, like it is with Tomb Raider sometimes, Tomb Raider games. It can be real climactic, then you stop for about 10-15 minutes. And you're literally walking slowly. You've been murdering people for the last, I don't know, half an hour or so, and all of a sudden now you have to be quiet. I'm like, I don't understand that. I'm like, you've been murdering half the Trinity or whatever else is there, and like, like how that makes sense? And I understand the game is trying to turn up and turn down certain things, make it look better. It's just trying to appeal to all genres of people, and it's hard to do. You can't appease everybody. You can't appease everybody who every game because you be here all day long, all year long, trying to put stuff into a game that makes sense. And you send it out there and you try to sell it. People play it. You make it the old. You make it the old spinning around question mark you see in like games like Metal Gear games. Like ding. A lot of people are gonna have that. Like, what am I playing? But that being said, though, the game is very rock solid in a lot of the action. Just some slowdowns to me, like I said, shouldn't be there. We shouldn't have to have slowdowns of a game. But I understand the rock climbing is good. The lighting can be hit and miss. I mean, literally, I played on the Xbox One X with a 1080p TV, and graphically it looks really good. I know it's really doing a lot of pushing power to make it look good on 1080p TV. If you have a HDR 4K TV, heck, I knew for a short time they had HDR 1080p TV at one time. It would probably look even better on that as well. But it looked really good on a 1080p TV. But the optimization is 4K. So lighting can be a little off because of my TV. I got to put these games in. I got to put these games into a certain singularity and realize that what I'm playing may not be the full how it looks like in real. But then again, the most powerful console on the planet right now, One X, should be able to take my 1080p crappy TV, some people said. Now I run from my work here a year ago. I won it a year ago. It was pretty cool. A raffle. Put my name in a hat and egg. Oh, I got a 50-inch 1080p TV, 60 hertz. No, I don't care. 60 hertz or not. Well, I'd have 120, but hell, 60 hertz is better than nothing. It's free. Hell, I think free is always good. So I love it to death. Or I like it. I don't love a lot of things, but it's beyond different there. So I know graphically the gameplay is different from a 4K, neutral 4K to from 1080p to neutral 4K to Ultra HD 4K. Well, the trimmings and the TV is different in those three realms I mentioned. Even a 2K TV, and Wally World sold those for a while. The game would look very good in 2K, and it had it had like medium HDR, medium dynamic range, and made sense or not. And I kind of chuckled at it, but that's just kind of intermediate between the Ultra 4K and the 1080p. It's like 1860 or whatever it is, 2K is, and with my 1080p TV, it looked great. Except for some area in lighting in caves. I'm not spoiling anything because you're going to be in caves most of the time. Hell, the last couple games you're in caves, so I guess it kind of works out. The lighting, you can hit and miss. It's good and the bad. Take the good and take the bad. That being said, though, the lighting questionable. Sound. Weapons sound authentic for the game. Now, it's not a little echo in them in certain areas. Of course, if you're in a cave, makes sense. Out in the open, some areas you have echo. Like it's being shot like in a room or whatever. Like it's being shot in a box, like a gigantic room. It's like you hear echo around you. But that also could be lighting too as well. Could be lighting too as well. It could be the same thing as the sound as well, how the room it's in, or maybe it could be more of the surroundings you're in, compared to like Uncharted or games like that nature, where you're out in the open and you're so fast moving that some weapon sounds you don't really catch on to. This one you can, but it's not a bad. Oh my God, it's like you're fighting. It's like you're shooting into a and shooting into a jungle, because it sounds like you're in a small box or a room because of the echo. But the echo too is good because it amplifies the sound. The HDR or the TV, my TV will help do that. I don't have HDR, but I know I have medium dynamic range. My TV, I found that out. So it could be that too as well. I don't know for sure. It has surround sound built into it. So it could be that too as well. Of course, I had it facing the wall to my TV because I have a lot of room in my room there. So it could be two. Could be two that it's bouncing off the wall and it's causing So I have to take a give a little pass on that one there. The lighting, the gameplay, the sound, overall experience. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of the game. How does it feel to you or to me? How does it feel? How is this supposedly last game in the series? They're saying. Of course, the cutscene in the end is different. I've heard it's different between how you play it. If you play it from the easy to medium, different than playing it from the hardest settings. If you beat the hard settings, I heard you get a different end cut or ending. I don't know how true that is, but if you play it for a hard setting, different thing. Please leave a comment below. private message me on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network and tell me, hey, what it was, or send me a link to it and show me the video of that, spectacular ending on higher levels. Like in Call of Duty, you play it on veteran, you beat the game on veteran, you get a better, you get the real ending. The other ones, you get a downgrade ending from hard down to easy. Of course, how you play the game too. Also, how you play the game. That being said, guys, the overall experience to me is very simple because it doesn't trap you, but in the same sense, I played it only for 2 days, a day and a half, 2 days, a day and a half, maybe a little longer than that, and I beat the game at 54%. So, I beat the main story. Now I can go into it again and jump into it a higher setting. I may do that. And games like this, always say play a higher setting is the best thing to do, because you get the full immersion of the game, the immersions of the game. You're not having to sit there and pick and choose what you want to. It's at you like that. It's literally throwing at you stuff like that. Where if you're playing easy, it's kind of just blowing on through it, because the enemies are stupid on easy. Normal, they're still stupid, but they're a little more military machine killing. Like I said, those slowdowns didn't help me at all, because I hate games that slow down. I hate having a great story, then boom, you get that roadblock. You can go 20 miles an hour because now you're in a so-called school zone of the game. You gotta go slow, stealth. No, I want to go out guns a-blazing. I want to run around, shoot everything, and have a good time. Like in Doom. Doom don't have, we gotta stop and have stealth missions. No, blow crap up. That's what you do in Doom. So games like this and Doom are two different genres, obviously. But the same is also true. You have a game that's emergent into it. You have a game that is 100% in to its series, and this is a last one of all. They went all out, but I'm kind of thinking, nah, not it, because at the very end they left kind of open the question, and you'll find out when you beat the game or what that is. Then by all means, comment below on my video after you beat it, just to tell me what you think it means. But I think it'll be another series. And made number 3, and we made made 3 more games. That's it. Because it is a good game to play. It's a decent game to play. Now, it just feels kind of long for review, but now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the final verdict. Rise of Tomb Raider, to me, was good. Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition, was great. This falls right in the middle. This is a solid game, but lacks from me in the story, and then lacking the story as much as it lacks in the overall flow of the missions. You have days where you're stopping and slowing down. Sometimes a little too much for me. Because I'm a guy who wants to go fast. Not blow through it, but keep the action going. Because, I feel like you're missing the best action climbing around all the time. I know that's part of the dynamic of the game, but sometimes less climbing, more shooting, is my philosophy. Let's warn about stealth missions and busting their guns a-blazing. because you have a weapon, then you lose your weapon, then you get weapons back, and it's just like a gigantic back and forth, and that's fine. But I give the overall gameplay. I know I rate games by I never touch is a 0, 5 maybe a 4, 3 to 5.5 is a good rental. 6 to 7.5 to 8 is a buy or wait for sale. 8 to 9.5 is buy right now, and 10 means you don't have right now. You're damn full. This is going to be around if you are in the genre of game, if you're really into this game in the series, to you a 9 or a 10. If you're walking into this first day one, wait for a sale. Wait for a sale to go down in price. If you don't like Tomb Raider games, and to use as a 0. But if you like immersive games, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Wait for a sale. Maybe even an 8. Pick it up right away. If you're a fan of the series, then automatically it's an 8 to you. Pick it up right away and play it. But me personally, I could have bought this game in a sale as maybe waiting for it to go down in price, or got it used, or borrowed a friend's copy. There it goes. And that being said, truthful. I don't believe in lying to people. I believe in that being very, very open to people. So my official review is 7.5, even an 8. That being said, it's a rock solid game. Pros and cons are. The pros are the action's always been there. The Tomb Raider game. The cons are it does slow down a little too much, and to me, in my mind, it does. But the game is solid. But like I said, 7.5 out of 10. It's not bad. I've played worse than that. You guys take care.